Welcome all to Drafting and Design Center. I'm here Sonichi, and today we're gonna see the class on use of feature line in grading of pond. Basically, what we're gonna see here is how we can grade the pond size, any size. We will not consider design, we will not consider construction, we will not consider structural analysis, just to use Civil 3D in creating a pond shape. Well, it's more about how we're gonna use these techniques and how it will give us more dynamic, accurate, and functional result using Civil 3D. Myself, I have worked 5 years in a site design construction of civil infrastructure project uh, and coupled with a university experience of 5 years, in total 10 years of experience. I'm currently now managing director for design and drafting center. It was opened in 2014. Young, dynamic, and thriving company, I would say. We provide services in civil and structural engineering. We do provide product training for civil and structural engineering area as well. Few of the projects I worked on with a main road Queensland land farming to perfection, Lamodi Group Apex Engineer, and Shore Irrigation Private Limited. That all varies from civil structure design to drain design, traffic analysis, pressure pipe network design, and water quality analysis. Our today class, we're gonna see how we're gonna use Civil 3D, especially feature lines and grading tools in a pond creation. If you would like to have any of our services in civil and structural engineering, please send us an email, or if you have any comments, please send us an email at draftinganddesigncenter.com.au. So let's get back to the class. Today I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna create pond structure like this one. It's just in here like that. This is just cross section I created using red line, so don't worry about it. I want to create a pond structure like that with any size, no structure analysis, 3 meter of bank width, 3-in-1 outer toe, inner toe 3-in-1 to the certain elevation like that. Make it in a shaded, smooth elastic. And with a ground, it will look like this one. So as you can see, here is my banks. My pond is down to the ground a little bit in here, and this is the bottom portion. Okay, so let's get started. Let me delete this one so that it will be more easy for you to understand. I have created natural surface which is here. This is how it looks like, very flat. I'm gonna create bank surface, bank I will say, by using Pline, polyline. This is this one here, and what I will do is just to give an elevation which is more higher than ground. I will measure the elevation of all corners. 8.58, 8.78, 8.61, 8.75. 78 looks maximum elevation. I will size my bank to 9 meter, well I said 10 meter, and 3 months slope outer toe, 3 months slope inner toe, and then my bed of the pond, let's say 5 meter elevation. So the first job is just create this as a feature line and assign certain elevation which is higher than the ground elevation, which I will say right now 10. Feature lines create a, well, once you create a polyline, you don't have to go to feature lines. You can create from object. You can straight away select it, enter. You can put the name, dam or pond, whatever you like. Say OK, and it is now your feature line. You can measure the elevation using this one. You can see now the elevation is 0 meter. I want to give to 10 meter elevation using elevation editor. I will give it 10 meter. 10, 10, 10. Just checking it. It is 10 meter all the way. You can see 10 meter now. Okay. Now you gotta create an outer toe 3-in-1 slope using grading. So firstly you define, start from first ribbon, side dam, batters, surface, not natural surface. You wanna drag outer toe to the natural surface having 3-in-1 slope. So I will go for grade to surface, and then I create grading. It will ask me to select feature line and select grading side, outer side, entire length, yes. Enter 3-in-1, enter 3-in-1. So is your outer toe. I want to offset this to create a crest of 3 meter. Then I will select the feature lines. Click here, step offset. Click it properly. It specify the offset distance 3 meter. Enter side, which is inner side. Specify the elevation difference, which is 0, 10 meter. So now it is your crest width 3 meter. I want to create an inner toe of 3-in-1 with a bed of 5 meter elevation. So I will go to again grading. First grading batters. Well, now we're gonna go grading to elevation and then create a grading. This feature line, grading side, this one, entire length, yes. It will ask you elevation. I will say -5 and cut slope, enter 3-in-1. Fill slope, enter 3-in-1. Yeah. As you can see here, it is closing, so there is no bed width because of we provide 3-in-1 slope. So what I will do is I will just delete this grading and I will create 2-in-1 because it doesn't have enough space. It's just all sides are sloping, we don't want that one for construction point of view. So even though we're not designing for construction anyway, so create a grading, same thing, feature lines, grading side, entire length -4 I will say now, and cut slope, so that's 2-in-1. Fill slope, so I will say again 2-in-1. Okay, that looks a bit better. And then escape, close it, measure this bottom width. -17 meter. I'm a bit happy with that. Okay, so let's delete this elevation here and then create a surface which is pond surface. It would be nice you could have created a layer of pond and created a surface, but I'm just quickly showing you how to use feature lines and grading techniques. Boundaries, add, I will say break lines, or add pond break line. Always naming convention is good. Okay, and select your all break lines. Okay, enter. Here is your pond is created, and then I can look in a object viewer. Yeah. Okay. Let me cut it. Cross section is Pline. And then so we'll go from profile, quick profile here, and I want natural surface and pond surface. Yeah. As you can see here, okay. Oh well, because we created a 4 as a minus elevation, it just got down to the 4. Okay, in fact what we want is just 4 meter. So what we need to do is, it was a relative, oh, we can add the grading. Let me see that. Add it to grading. -4 instead of that I can 4. Okay, and then that, see, everything is dynamic as you can see. And then now I can create a quick profile. Quick profile here, natural surface and pond. Let's see how it looks this time. Okay, so that's going to be -4 again. This should be happening this way. Okay, something is not correct. Let me check this again. Whether it has definitely it has break line add. Well, I will delete the break line I created earlier because break line is not dynamic. So I delete that, and then I will create a new one as a one, and then I will add that with sorry about that, break line add description outer, enter, and then I will select all break line again, and that will create my new pond surface. Now this will be much better. Yeah, okay, let me check that profile. Okay, now we're back to 4. So this pond is 4 meter deep. You can measure the depth. Which millimeter, yep, so 4.6 meter. We haven't done any structural engineering and analysis side, but that looks okay. Okay, so I will also show it to you how we can cross section it, not in a Civil 3D but in an ARD add-on tool. So the P line, I will create that in an alignment from the object, enter, direction, okay, and then I will go in a roads, active drawing setting, font surface, save and exit. Then I will create a profile, which is long section, by clicking road surface. Profile, point, okay. Well, as you can see here, you have different vertical and horizontal scale, and that's why it just sort of giving you this profile with this one. So I think somewhere else is going up, or just okay. What I will need to do is escape it, cancel it. I'll just go here. It won't select if my profile is outside the surface, so I will just drag it down to the surface. Okay, and then I'll drag this one down to the here. If it is outside this, it won't update the road. And profile long section, on that. It, and then 200. That looks bit okay. 200, 100. Okay. Okay. Well. Okay, and load the layout, which is I'll put in A1. It is regenerating the layout and plot to layout itself. It will close and do something. It will put everything in a layout view. So let's see that in here. Okay, well, this is the plan which we don't want right now. This is the road profile, because this software has the beauty of creating a road. It will just give you a bit of a road surface, which we don't really want it. Okay, so what is we got? We got this one. I can copy it, this point, and then I will go in a model space, put back in, and then you what is going you this add-on to give me is it will give me a nice and tidy cross sections which I wasn't able to get from Civil 3D. Yeah, so that's the beauty of this software for drafting accurately for this purpose. I just delete everything. IP fonts it will create by itself. All getting everything it will create by itself. Okay. And then I will extend lines for elevation. Okay, well, this is your. We don't have design surface. We have existing surface as a design surface. What this software does is you put a road over it, and then for this purpose, I have to work on a little bit to modify it, and then you can put nature surface here. So this is your the 4 is a bed elevation which we created, and then this all elevation going up there. You can grade it from here as well by creating a little bit slope in here if you like. Depends how you want to create it, but this is just a presentation of how we're gonna cut the road. We're gonna put it in a profile view, and then basically use a grading and feature line. So hope you like it, and any feedbacks or any comments please direct at draftinganddesign@gmail.com. Once again, thanks for watching. Bye now.